keeping up with the motto, let learning be a joy and teaching a pleasure. Here we are with the remote teaching and learning process to bridge the gap. Happy learning, students. The rain will stop, the night will end, the hurt will fade. Hope is never so lost that it can't be found. Written by the famous novelist Ernest Hemingway. TVM welcomes you all, dear students, for this English prose session. Ernest Hemingway was born on July 21st in 1899 in Cicero, Illinois. He was renowned for novels like The Sun Also Rises, A Farewell to Arms, For Whom the Bell Tolls, To Have and Have Not, A Movable Feast, Green Hills of Africa, and The Old Man and the Sea, which won the Pulitzer Prize in 1953. It was his last major work of fiction. Hemingway won the Nobel Prize in 1954. So, students, today we are going to know more about the novel he won the Pulitzer Prize for, that is The Old Man and the Sea, through a book review in chapter number 4.5. The Old Man and the Sea, written by Ernest Hemingway. The Old Man and the Sea, short heroic novel by Ernest Hemingway, published in 1952. The story centers on an aging fisherman, Santiago, who engages in an epic battle to catch a giant marlin. This is a simple story of a fisherman who spends 3 days and 3 nights in sea catching a fish, managing his dinner, and warding off sharks against his found treasure. Filled with 99 pages of persistence, optimism, achieving the best with what you have with a lot of deliberation. Book review. Let's check the meaning of review first. Reviews can consider books, articles, entire genres of fields of literature, architecture, art, fashion, restaurants, policies, exhibitions, performances, and many other forms. The most important element of a review is that it is a commentary, not merely a summary. An article or talk in which a book, especially a new book, is discussed and critically analyzed is called as a book review. First, a review gives the reader a concise summary of the content. Second, and more importantly, a review offers a critical assessment of the content. And finally, in addition to analyzing the work, a review often suggests whether or not the audience would appreciate it. The Old Man and the Sea, book review, page number 175. So, this is the summary. The main characters of the story are Santiago, the old man. He is the protagonist of the novel. Manilin, Santiago's only friend and companion, also his trainee. Marlin is the fish. Santiago spends the majority of the novel tracking, killing, and attempting to bring to shore the fish Marlin. And the sea. The sea is also one of the characters in the story, is a central character. This story is about an old and experienced Cuban fisherman, Santiago. Adjectives used for fisherman are old, experienced, and Cuban. So, he had a run of terrible bad luck as he was unable to catch any fish for 84 days. Okay, run of terrible bad luck is an idiom and it means a period of time when bad things happen. Bad phase for him as he was unable to catch a single fish for 84 days. Then his young and devoted apprentice is trainee or student, and he was Manolin, was forced by his parents to start working with another fisherman, and the reason was obvious because this old fisherman was unable to catch single fish in 84 days. The old man then resolves, that is, decides or determines to sail out farther than all the other fishermen and attempts to catch the really big fish. So, this was his determination to go farther than all the other fishermen and also to catch a really big fish. And as per his decision, on the 85th day, he succeeded in hooking a marlin. Hooking, that is, catching the fish, a large edible fish, marlin, that is also one of the characters in the story, and he was able to hook it with his bait, that is the fishing trap, but the marlin was too strong for him and it started pulling the boat. So, what do we know about the struggle of the old fisherman as he was not able to catch a single fish for the last 84 days? And then on the 85th day, he gets to hook the fish, that is marlin, but it was too strong for him and it started pulling the boat instead. The Old Man and the Sea is the story of old man's struggle with the marlin. So this is what the summary of the story. It is the story of the struggle of the old man, struggle not only with marlin but also a later battle of the old man against sharks. Now, page number 175, second paragraph and first paragraph of 176 page number. So it is about social and historical context. Whenever a writer writes a story, it has to be influenced by the social and historical background and issues. So, Hemingway's novel is based on real events. This is the one thing we come to know here, that the novel is based on real events. The story is not real, not true, but based on the real events of the life of the writer. And it also draws heavily on his own life, from his own life. That is, yes, from the social and historical background, the writer has made use of his social and historical background as well as of his own life, the events of his own life. Okay, so the events of his own life is that he had experience of fishing in the Cuban waters, the writer, and we know how it has uh, been made use in the story that the old fisherman is also a Cuban fisherman. Like the old man, the writer was also a fan of baseball. So another real event from the life of the writer, as the writer was fan of baseball, so is the central character of the story, the old man. The writer worked for the Red Cross during the First World War and was injured by shrapnel, a kind of weapon, when he was in Italy. So, injury is the another element that the writer has made use of in the story from his own real life. We know that the old man also got injured. So, Hemingway always talks about the need to struggle against defeat or death and how determination and endurance can help one to win in this struggle. Another elements, determination and endurance. Never to say, never to quit are the other elements the writer has made use of from his own life. So, like the writer, the whatever the writer believed in, the same way the old man also never quit. The old man is at the end of the novel very near to death, but we know that the story of his suffering and loss will live on in the memories of the people of his village because of his courage, determination, even after his death, the old man was going to live forever in the memories of the people of his village. So ultimately, his story becomes one of triumph. The story of the old man is the story of triumph because the tales of his life will live on even after his death. So the tales of the life of the old man are the tales of triumph. That is why he was going to live forever in the hearts of the villagers, the people of his village, even after his death. Now, the social and historical context is that the novel was published in 1952. That was the time when people were trying to recover from the mass destruction caused by the two world wars. Wrought is the word which means shaped. And this tale of endurance and ultimate triumph immediately struck a chord with the reader. So, how did the readers they get how did they get connected to the story? Because of this element of the destruction caused by the world war. So there was destruction that time in the lives of the people, and that is why the people, the readers, they had sympathy with the central character of the story, protagonist of the story, that is the old man, because that was the phase of destruction for him also that time. So this is the reason that the writer, sorry, that the readers they had a connection with the story of the old man because they were like the old man going through a bad phase of their lives. Page number 176. So through this page, first we'll come to know about the writing style of Hemingway. So whenever you read a review, you will come to know about the writing style of the writer. How does the writer write? Now, writing style we come to know about Hemingway's language is simple and pithy, that is, to the point. He mostly writes in short and straightforward sentences. The sentences and his words are always honest and direct. There is no any hidden meaning and practices an extreme economy in his use of words. He is not very lavish in using his words because we already know that he writes short and straightforward sentences to the point and directly. The simplicity is deceptive. It is not real, it is unreal. His simplicity, that is the writing, the simplicity in his writing style, and the reader can read his work again and again, and as the reader reads the word his work again and again, every time the reader reads, the reader finds a new layer of meaning. Now, what does it mean? It is related to the writing style of Hemingway because there the simplicity of his writing is unreal, it is deceptive, and that is why every time a reader reads, the reader gets a new meaning, a different meaning. Now, so writing style we can say is simple and pithy, short and straightforward sentences with extreme economy in his use of words. We can also say uh, his writing style is deceptive. The simplicity of his writing style is deceptive. Now, the last paragraph is about the thoughts of the review writer. The writer who has written the review, it is his thought. Now, what does it think about? That is the final thought. So, he says that when he first read the novel years ago, and he did not understand the story at all, and also he was left unimpressed. So, first, years ago, when he read the novel, the review writer, he was not at all impressed with the writing of Hemingway. And also, it is very much clear, obvious, natural that he did not understand the story at all. Now, it is related to the writing style of Hemingway. Why did he not understand it at all the first time when he read it? Because he already has mentioned in the previous paragraph that the simplicity of his writing is deceptive, and a reader every time reads his work finds a new meaning. So that time he got a different meaning, and that is why he was unimpressed. So, in spite of this, a vivid image remained with him, a lifelike image, whatever he understood through the story. He had a vivid image, a lifelike image in his mind. And what was that lifelike image? An old man holding on to his fishing line with the last of his strength. That is, an old man continued fishing with the last of his strength. That is, not quitting, not giving up. That was the vivid image the review writer had in his mind the first time he read the novel, even when he did not understand it at all. And then he says, recently, when he read the book again, and he was extremely moved, he was touched because he understood the story this time. He got a new layer of meaning as he read the same story he had read long ago. Now he understood it now. The formidable strength of the old man's character. So what touched him? The tough and the horrifying, the terrific strength of the old man's character, the quiet devotion of the empathetic Manolin, that is, his trainee, the old man's student, empathetic, that is, showing an ability to understand and share the feelings of another. So, that is the character of Manolin, and the relationship between the two are heartwarming. So, this is what, according to the writer, touched him. The strength of the central character, that is Santiago, and the devotion of Manolin, and the relationship between the teacher and the student, or we can say the old man and his student apprentice. Uh, this is heartwarming. Hemingway's descriptions of the sea, another thing that the review writer talks about in the novel, it is description of the sea and the creatures of the water are beautiful. So this is how beautifully Hemingway has described the sea as well as the sea creatures. The marlin, that is the another character of the novel, the fish, fights for its life desperately, that is awfully, intensely, and it is hard to know whether our sympathies should lie with the old man or with Marlin. So the review writer, is in dilemma, and what he talks about first, after the fish, Marlin, who fights for his life awfully, intensely, and that is why it's difficult. It's for him to know to decide whether, and also it will be for every one of us if we read, to decide whether whether our sympathies should be with the old man who was not able to catch fish for 84 days, or with the fish marlin who the old man had hooked, but then it is also trying, giving its best to save its life. But as the novel progresses, The old man and the marlin are inseparably linked. That is, they are incapable of being separated, and they are linked because both stand for the same ideals. And what was that ideal? A noble struggle against destruction. So, this is the ideal that both the old man Santiago and the fish they stand for, and that ideal is a noble struggle against destruction. Now, so which what kind of destruction it is about? It is about destruction of sea creatures. Potential of the old man is realized when he manages to get the giant marlin. However, the outcome is less significant than the struggle as he also chooses to battle with the sharks. As a result, it is not really important that he brings the marlin home. The important thing is he wins the battle, and after the struggle, he becomes a hero. Let's check the moral that we get through this story. What never materialized for a frustrating period of 84 days changed instantaneously on the 85th day for Santiago. As Hemingway himself says, a man can be destroyed but not defeated. Bide your time, and it is never too late. What matters is not the fact that the sharks decamped with Santiago's catch. The bottom line is the reinforcement of Santiago's belief, a reiteration of faith in his abilities, and a relentless pursuit of his aspirations. Adversity can be mother of inspiration. Exclude the elements of luck and fortune as extraneous to whatever you are out to achieve. Just do your bit to the best of your abilities, intention, and conscience. If you want to make a mark, then don't mull over the outcome. Don't expect fortune to favor you even if you are brave. Vision is neither linear to age nor directly proportional to very limbs. You are your own invictus. Age is indeed a cliched number, and ultimately, you are the master of your soul and the captain of your ship, students. English workshop. Few questions have been solved for you. You can note down. Also, you may take screenshot of. So we are going to remember it forever. I believe that man is not made for defeat. A man can be destroyed, but not defeated. Ernest Hemingway, The Old Man and the Sea. Thank you.